Today we're in the current generation Lexus GX 460 to talk about the top 5 things you should be excited about the next generation Toyota 4Runner. Now, of course, this Lexus GX 460 is based on the Land Cruiser Prado. It serves as the base that this GX is based on and the Toyota 4Runner is based on. So we're going to talk about the things you should be excited about for this next generation Toyota 4Runner. Top 5 things to be excited about for this new 4Runner coming up. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Let's talk about and speculate about the next generation Toyota 4Runner. And let's just jump right in with the thing you're mostly afraid of, and that is that the Toyota 4Runner is going to have a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine instead of a mighty naturally aspirated V8 engine. So let's talk about it. You're going to like it. This video is going to be about the things you're going to like about the next generation. There's already been enough hate, but you're going to like this new next generation Toyota 4Runner with its new turbo 4-cylinder engine because, quite frankly, it's going to give you more power. It's going to likely be the same 2.4 turbocharged engine that is currently in the Lexus NX right now. That is a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that has more power and makes more power and, more importantly, torque than the current generation V6 that's in the current generation 4Runner. So you all know the biggest complaint, one of the biggest complaints about the 4Runner is it doesn't have enough power. But yet people, don't, for whatever reason, don't want to shell out the extra whatever it costs for this GX 460 that has the V8, so they want more power. That's understandable, and Toyota is going to provide that in the next generation with this wonderful 2.4 liter turbocharged engine. You're going to get more horsepower, but most importantly, you're going to get more torque, and that's what what really people care about, the torque, not the horsepower. They care about the get up and go. And this thing, the new turbo in the 4Runner, the 2.4 liter turbo, is going to blow away the current V6 engine when it comes to torque. So as soon as you get your butt into that dealer, no matter what you feel about a turbocharged 4, this and that, as soon as you get in that new Toyota 4Runner with that turbo 4 and you put your foot to the pedal and you feel that torque, that takeoff, you're gonna fall in love. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how much you like naturally aspirated engines, this, that, and the other. You care about the power. Toyota knows that. And quite frankly, they've listened to people's demands, which is, hey, we want more power in this thing. And they're giving that to you. Now, a lot of people, of course, are going to say, well, it's turbocharged 4-cylinder. It's not reliable. Turbos are more complexity, yada, yada, yada. Yes, we know that. However, this is Toyota we're talking about. We're not talking about, we're not talking about Renault, and we're not talking about, I don't want to start dissing car manufacturers. Let's just say we're talking about the world's most reliable car manufacturer. It's not even an argument. Toyota makes the most reliable and durable vehicles. They're not going to screw that up with their best-selling SUV in America, the 4Runner, by putting in some Mickey Mouse unreliable turbo engine. You best believe that they torture tested that 2.4 liter turbo that's good enough for the Lexus NX right now. They've torture tested that thing, and they're going to put that in the 4Runner, and it's going to go beyond the lifetime expectation of that vehicle. Who knows what that is, but Toyota typically torture tests their vehicles and engines to 500,000, 1,000,000 miles easily. That's a conservative value. So that Turbo 4 is going to do you well. It didn't fall. They didn't get that engine from a Cracker Jack box. It's designed by Yamaha. It's an open secret. All Toyota engines are designed by Yamaha. and they know how to make turbos reliable if they want to. And believe me, Toyota wants to, and they're not going to screw up the reputation. So you're going to be excited as soon as you get in that new 4Runner at the dealer and you realize how much power it has. So be excited about that. Next, we have the next thing to be excited about in the up and coming Toyota 4Runner is that it's going to be lighter. Okay, what's going on with these? You know, even this GX, it has things that we just don't need anymore. Particularly steel or not stainless steel, but steel paneling. This thing has a steel hood. It has steel doors. We've moved on since then. Okay, now we do aluminum for weight savings. So the new 4Runner is going to have an aluminum hood and aluminum doors, probably an aluminum back. It's going to have aluminum everywhere. The frame on the new Toyota global platform is going to be lighter and stronger. So what that means for you, it means a couple things, but right now we'll just focus on the fact that it's going to handle better. You're not going to have this, you know, even though it's going to be a body on frame SUV, we know that's rugged and capable of doing what we're doing right now. It's going to handle both on and off-road a lot more responsively and a lot lighter due to this weight savings. There's no need for the body part of a body on frame SUV to have these old school steel panels where they're not needed. Now, of course, there's areas that do need to be steel reinforced, but this is not one of them. Okay, so that's something to be excited about. You're going to have a more nimble, lighter 4Runner. All right, next thing to be excited about is something that, again, is a big complaint, and that is lack of tech. And the 4Runner is going to have it all. So if you're into the latest and greatest tech, the Apple wireless CarPlay, whatever, giant jumbo screens, this, that, and the other, you're going to get all that. So, you know, you could be a stickler for, you know, the old school 4Runner all you want, but once you start seeing all those bells and whistles, believe me, you'll like it, and you're not going to be able to go back to this sort of ColecoVision Commodore 64 type of infotainment screen I got here on this 2021 GX, nearly brand new, only what, 17,000 miles on it, but you know, Toyota's late to the game, as you know, to update their tech. So your 4Runner is going to have it all. So that's something to be excited about. Then we have probably, well, at least this one's for me, but I know a lot of people too, I'm most excited about, and you should be too, is the miles per gallon, the MPGs. Now this V8 GX 460 gets horrible MPGs, but we know that it's a V8. But the V6, it gets better MPGs, but it's old stuff. Engineering has moved on since the V6, and as many of you know, the V6 is out of here. It's more efficient to do a turbocharged 4, and that's exactly what Toyota has in mind with this 2.4 liter that's, again, turbo, that's already on the V6. It's going in the new 4Runner. Okay, it's already getting, you know, 29 highway or something like that, and then I don't know what the combined is. The point is, it's a lot better than the current V6 4Runner, especially when you consider that it's giving you more horsepower, and most importantly, more get up and go, more torque. That's what turbos are known for. So again, you're going to be excited about that, because no matter how much of a stickler you are for the old school, once you sit your butt in that new 4Runner and you experience that power and you see that gas gauge not moving as much, you're gonna like it, and you're gonna likely get one. And lastly, the last thing to get excited about with your next gen 4Runner, on top of all that stuff, is that it's going to have a better suspension setup. There's no doubt that Toyota is going to give you a little bit more suspension travel. They're obviously going to tweak the suspension. The most likely change being that they're going to change the angle of the rear shock absorbers, something that's been done on the Land Cruiser platform, and the new LX600 is they're starting to tweak the rear suspension geometry, that's going to carry over to the 4Runner, and what that means is you're going to get a more stable on and off-road feel. They're likely to add some, at least in some trims, some form of EKDSS, electronic KDSS, and enhanced KDSS system. And this is on top of all the trim packages that they're going to offer, such as TRD off-road. Who knows what they're going to do there, but it's going to be good, and it's going to be an improvement over what there is now currently. So even though we don't know the exact specifics, you can rest assured that the Toyota suspension department will offer upgrades. Even if it's just an inch in suspension travel, that means all the difference off-road. You don't need lockers or A-track if your wheels can touch the ground. That's the ideology behind Toyota suspension engineers, is articulation. So they're likely to improve that articulation, and it's not likely, if you're in a current Gen 4Runner, that you're going to want to miss out on that. So there's a lot of stuff online and on YouTube, that's really down and negative about the next Gen 4Runners, as if Toyota's just going to just ruin this for everybody by putting this unreliable Turbo 4, and it's just all going to be bad. But if you start looking and thinking about things realistically and with some basic logic and sense, the thing is going to be reliable, it's going to be lighter, it's going to be faster, it's going to have more torque, it's going to have more tech, and it's probably going to look cooler. So there's lots of things to be excited about. So be excited about that next Gen 4Runner. Toyota's not going to let you down. If you found this video helpful or at least been insightful, please remember to like, sub, thank you, and have a great day.